guys, welcome to the channel. So as a part of this video, I'm going to take a mock interview with one of my subscribers. Her name is Srilata, so let's welcome her. Okay.
How about you from me?
Yeah, I'm good. What about you?
I'm doing good.
Okay. So which part of New Zealand you are in?
I'm in Auckland, from Auckland.
Okay. From how many years you are there?
I have been here since 4 years.
Okay, okay. But you're actually from Hyderabad, is it so?
Yeah, from Andhra Pradesh. Yeah.
Okay, 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 sure. Shall we start? You have any questions before we start?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay, okay. You are comfortable with this video to go live on my channel?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay, sure. Sure, then let's start. I want to hear something about you, if you can tell me.
Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank you for conducting this interview. And as you know, myself Srilata, and I'm basically from India, from Andhra Pradesh. And currently I'm working, but not in the testing field. Coming to my qualification and experience, I have
I
done Bachelor
was
of
not
Technology in
knowing this.
Electronics.
I was not knowing this. So you don't have a experience in software testing, is it so?
I had, but around 1.5 years. So that was 4 years back when I was in India.
Okay, okay,
So I was only involved in one project as a software test engineer.
okay.
Yeah.
So
So,
you
but
have
my
1.5 year of experience into software testing,
yeah,
and you have almost 5 year of experience into some different field, is it so?
yeah,
Or what is that field?
I'm a key user of SAP analyst.
Okay,
Key user of SAP.
got it, got it. And now you're planning to move back to software testing?
Yeah, yeah.
So you
Because
have
I'm more
learned,
comfortable. Yeah, I'm more comfortable in testing field. So I
okay,
just want to switch back my career into the testing field as the automation side.
okay, sure, sure.
Yeah.
And like when you're applying for the software testing position, so to them you are going to tell that you had 1.5 into software testing, and then you have almost 5 year of experience into a different domain, and then you are planning to move now into software testing. Is it so?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I understood now. So my questions to you should
Because
be,
yeah, keep going. Sorry.
yeah, my question to you should be between 1 to 3 year of experience. Is that fine?
1, 2, 3 should be fine.
Okay, okay, sure, sure. Shrilata, don't mind me. I'm sorry for interrupting. You were talking about yourself. Only one
Yeah.
thing which I felt was wrong with your resume was, I mean, I could see there was a lot of mistakes. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for telling this,
Yeah. Yeah.
but the reason I'm telling because I mean I don't have any personal grudges with you, right? The reason I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling because to make you understand and believe that tomorrow when you are sending a resume to someone, I mean
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure just because I have said it today, definitely you will review your resume once before sending to someone. So that's the only feedback that I want to give at the starting of the. I could have
Yeah.
given it at the end, but
Mm-hmm.
the reason I'm telling now because seeing your resume, I could not understand that you have only 1.5. The reason I'm telling because everything is not mentioned like how it is supposed to mention is what I'm trying to say. You getting what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, don't mind me. I mean, it is to all the viewers also who will be watching this video. I'm telling to each and
Yes.
everyone. Sure, sure, sure.
Okay. Nice.
Sorry for interrupting. Please proceed with your introduction.
Yeah, as you said that I was actually having only around 1.5 years of experience in testing field as a software test engineer. So yeah, as soon as I have done my graduation, I have placed in that company as a software test engineer, and where my responsibilities were like understand the FRS documents and also prepare the test cases from the test scenarios, and then writing the test scripts when required, and also executing the test scripts and the modified builds. And also I was involved in the agile model.
Okay.
So yeah, yeah, those are the all about me.
Okay. Okay. Sure. I saw your resume. It was, I mean, the thing that I said you right. I mean, always mention at the top like how many year of experience you are having. Like you have 1.5 or you have total of 7. Just put it at the top. I mean,
Okay.
I mean, I will send you like how your resume should be. I mean,
Okay.
you can follow that and do that. So, I mean, don't make someone to search your resume to find out how many actual year of experience you are having. So it is written nowhere in your resume is what I'm trying to tell. Mention it at the
Yeah,
top. You
because
have,
because this is the first time I have made an interview because now this is the time that I wanted to switch back my career into the software
yeah,
field.
yeah, yeah.
So I haven't started my searching in jobs.
I got
So
it.
yeah,
I'm just
I think
helping you. I'm just helping you,
yeah,
nothing else.
this interview, I mean, this interview would help me to make the resumes in such a
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely, nothing to worry. At the end of this interview, I will help you to prepare your resume in a better way. Nothing to worry.
yeah, thank
I
you.
just felt like telling this to you because I'm sure it will also help lakhs of people who will be watching this video. So you need not worry about it. Sure. Can you tell me how much automation knowledge do you have in which all areas, what and all things you know? Can you tell me about it?
Yeah, I have a basic knowledge on Selenium and also Java, core Java, also TestNG framework, and also Jenkins and GitHub. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Your resume is right next to me. I will be asking you questions only from your resume and nowhere else. And I mean, whatever the topics you have written, I will be asking questions only from that. I'm sure that you will be able to answer things. In case you're lagging somewhere, you need not have to worry. I will make that answer complete. So you don't have to be worried. I want you to be relaxed and attend this interview
yeah,
like with a smiling face, nothing to worry at all. Let's proceed then.
yeah.
Uh, I want to hear something about your achievements. I mean, if you can talk about it.
I mean, from the career or like,
Career, career.
um, coming to the career, my biggest achievement was like I have as soon as I have came to the New Zealand, so I got an opportunity in the company as a key user of WhatsApp. So that was my software first step, getting into the first step as a software. So that was my big achievement, I would say.
Okay.
And also, I have started learning automation side. So I hope these are whatever that I have learned. So that going to be a biggest achievement to me to place in the automation side.
Definitely, definitely, this will be. Don't worry. I mean, I could understand that you have a good knowledge of automation because you sent a mail out to me saying that I should conduct your mock interview. That itself
Yeah.
shows that you had that courage because you have a knowledge. So that's great. Uh, I want to know if you can tell me that in Java, whenever you write any program, it goes through two stages, right? Compilation and interpretation. I want to know the reason behind that. Why you think that any program that you write in Java has to go from these two stages of compilation and interpretation?
Yeah, because whenever we write the program, we write in the source code. So when
Mhm.
we compile the program, so the source code will be converted into the binary code, and then it will be saved into the local disk as a .exe extension. I mean class extension. Um, so after that, when we execute the program, so the binary code will be converted into mission code because the Java can only understand the mission code. So that's why we have to compile and execute.
You are, I mean, whatever answer you have said is fine, but I mean, you have missed many things here, which is not in a correct order. So
Okay.
when you compile it, you are the program that you have written, which is in the source code now. I mean, if you have written any program which is called as srilata.java, let's say example telling. So when you go, I mean, when it go from compilation, it directly does not get converted into binary. It gets converted into .class file, which is the result of your compilation.
Compilation. Yeah.
You getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once it goes from interpretation, then it will go and get converted into binary. Is the only thing that I wanted to tell you.
Okay.
Sure, sure. Uh, I mean, I want to know like how good you are in locating elements using XPath. You have knowledge on that?
Yeah.
Okay,
And I
okay.
have pretty much confident in creating dynamic XPaths as well.
Oh, that's great. I wanted to hear this. Can you share your screen for me, if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure.
And can you also open Notepad or Eclipse, whichever you are comfortable of writing one small code for me?
So can I open the Eclipse now, or?
You have to click on share screen.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you can share your Eclipse. I will give you one site. You need not do much in that. You just need to find out its XPath of the username and password and click on the login button. That's all. I will give you
Okay.
the username. I will give you the password. Those are wrong username and wrong password. I just want to see your approach, how you are locating the elements of those username and password and button element using XPath. Is that comfortable?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Oh, what is that? Is that paint you have opened?
Is it fine? Just a second, sorry.
Okay.
So I cannot open my notepad.
The web application which I want you to perform the automation is
Mm-hmm.
I have pinged you on the chat. So you just need to open that, and after that you need to click on username text field. You need to, using send keys, you need to send the username, and then you need to inspect the password element. You need to send some password using send keys, and then you just need to click on the submit button. That's all, or login button.
Yeah, did you?
I have pinged you.
Okay.
You don't have Eclipse?
I have Eclipse, but it's getting time to.
Okay, you can write it here. No
Yeah.
issues. No issues.
Will you able to see my video?
I'm able to see your screen. Yeah.
Okay. Can you see my notepad?
I can.
And I cannot see your. Sorry.
Did you get my text which I have pinged you?
No, I haven't got any. So I'm looking for that.
Can you see a chat option is there in the Zoom? You just need to copy the URL that I have pinged you. Or else leave that. You need to automate your flipkart.com application. So just continue.
So do I need to write the code for?
Yeah. See, the
Because
reason
I
I
haven't.
was expecting you to write on Eclipse, because so that you can run the program and see whether the XPath written by you is correct or wrong. In Notepad, we will not get to know that.
Yeah, but I'm trying to open it, but it's taking time. Yeah, I think. Hope you will see now.
Yeah. Please proceed.
So so can I write here or any create the project or?
You can create one single class and you can go proceed it.
So here I need to inspect the mobile number, enter password field. Like I can
First,
see only.
you can proceed now. How do you start? Like whenever you launch any browser and whenever you are trying, you got the website name now, right? Flipkart.com.
Yeah.
You got what I'm telling, what you need to perform, you got it?
Yeah. In login page, I can only see a mobile number and enter password and login. Click on the login button. Yeah, it got up.
Yeah. So you have to make it run for me and show me whether it is working or not. That's all is the job.
Okay.
I just want to know like how you're proceeding, nothing else.
Okay.
You are not going to complete your system.set property?
Yeah, because I cannot able to see my path of the
So
Chrome driver.
I can see in your project you have lot of program that you have written, right? So
Okay, yeah.
you can copy the path. I mean, by seeing any one of the code that you have already written, you can just copy the path. Like what is the path of your Chrome driver? I mean, just telling you.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you getting to know why that Chrome driver issue is coming?
I need to import the Chrome driver class.
That's what. Like why that option is not coming. Any idea?
Uh,
No, no, no. You should not do this. Uh, Maybe the system.set property, the path you have given,
mm-hmm.
probably that must be wrong. Probably.
Yeah, look, this is right. The path is right.
Okay.
Do I need to select this one? No.
That won't solve your problem.
Looks like the path is okay.
If path is okay, then this issue should not come.
I'm not sure where exactly the error is.
Okay. I'm sure the program that you have already written in your system, right? Wherever
Yeah.
you have used Chrome driver,
Mhm.
I'm sure that also must not be working at present moment because your Chrome driver, either driver files are not imported properly or the location of your Chrome driver is wrong, some issue with that. And that's the reason Chrome driver is not working now. Is Mozilla working now on your laptop?
And now I don't have Mozilla, I mean extension.
Okay,
Firefox. I
okay,
don't have a Firefox driver extension.
okay. Then no issues. You can stop sharing your screen. Nothing to worry.
Okay. Yeah.
No issue. I mean,
Sorry for that.
No issues. I mean, there is nothing wrong in that. But the thing is, tomorrow, whenever you're attending interview, right,
Mhm.
they will ask you this question because this is something which is, I mean, basic question, right? That someone can ask you the login functionality, like how do you automate?
Yeah, I know. I
So
think I may need practice more.
nothing like that, obviously, but you need to be like all the precondition needs to be done from your side. So, like I will
Yeah.
just give you one suggestion is that, and to all the viewers who is watching this video, whenever you are attending this automation interview, right? Just open with your Eclipse. Be ready with your Eclipse. I mean, be
Okay.
ready with at least driver.get URL. Be ready
Yeah.
with until that stage. Create a class of that company name, whichever you are attending, and be ready with that because I have seen, I mean, hundreds of students who just go, I mean, go blank in the first line, like system.set.property. What should be the property key and value? So that's the reason
Yeah.
I asked you. So no worries. I guess this was a good lesson for you. You will remember this. Nothing to worry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
I want to know if you can tell me a little bit about web element.
Web element is nothing but whatever that we can see on the web page. So all over those are the web elements.
No. I mean, what I mean is your web element in Selenium, is it a class or is it a constructor or is it an interface? What it is? Any idea?
Uh, Web element is an interface.
Okay, yeah, that's correct. It has lot of methods in it. You have any idea about it? What all those methods are, or how many those methods are?
Web element find element methods, find elements method,
Mm-hmm.
and send keys method.
Yeah, okay. Then
Uh, and also click method, submit method. All these are
yes,
the
yes. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, whatever you said is absolutely fine. So it has total of 17 methods. I mean, just telling you that
yeah.
once you're done with this interview, you can go through those 17 methods. I mean, generally people can ask you that, explain me this one method. So,
Mhm.
I mean, people can ask you, like, I can see in your resume you have written about web element. There's a reason I asked you. So it has lot of web element, like it
Web-
has is rectangle, is submitted, I mean, is
is-
enabled. Have you heard about all those things?
Yeah, is enabled, is selected, and
Yeah.
yeah.
So these all are like, there are total 17 methods in your web element interface. Just ask you because you should know about this. That's fine. Uh, have you have seen that whenever you're doing automation testing or you're trying to perform something on web elements, you must have seen that some of the elements will be enabled, most of the elements will be enabled for sure, but some of the elements will be disabled. Have you seen that? Some.
Yeah, some of them disabled. Yeah.
And have you ever tried to perform action on the disable element? Any idea?
Uh, no, I haven't performed
Mhm.
any disabled elements.
What you think that one element is enabled, one element is disabled. If you perform action on this, what will happen? If you perform action on this, what will happen? Can you try to differentiate between the two?
Yeah, if you perform on any enable element, if you want to make it enable, then we can just write whether it is enable. The is enable method will tell you whether the particular element is enabled or not. So if it is already enabled, then we might get any exceptions.
Mhm. Any idea
Uh,
about that? Which
element
kind of
not
exception?
element not selected exception.
Not really. So just try to do that after you are done with this interview. I mean, you will
Okay.
get a lot of different perspective of how to approach things. So whenever you try to I mean, perform some action on the element which is like disabled, right? You will get invalid element state exception. I mean, invalid state,
State
uh, invalid element
element.
state exception. Just try it out. I mean, you will get to know. So let us take one disabled element and try to perform action on it. You will get this exception. Sure, no worries. Tell me about one thing. If I tell you to click on some link, let's say, and I tell you that do not do it using driver.click. How do you do that? Any idea that you can think of?
Any link?
Yeah, any link which I tell you to just click on it. And I tell you that do not do it using click method that you have already in your web element interface. You need to find out some other method. Any idea what you will
You
do?
can use JavaScript executor. By
Uh,
using JavaScript executor, you can click on the links, or
can you tell me
else
how?
we have to write some utility for that to execute the code for the JavaScript. By using JavaScript executor, we can convert driver into the JavaScript executor interface.
But it is not required for you to go so much into that. You can do that using just 2 lines of
Instead
code.
of click, we can use. Sorry, I'm not able to recall now.
No issues, no issues. I mean, the question that I'm asking, I mean, I'm not sure it is easy or tough, but these must be silly questions that people can ask you. No issues. So have you heard about keys control?
Yeah,
Okay. Are you able to remember now? How will you click
you
that?
can use keys dot enter,
Tell me again, keys dot.
enter,
Okay. It is keys dot
keys
control plus enter.
enter. Oh yeah, keys
Okay.
dot.
Okay. So you know this already, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'm not able to recall that we can.
No issues, no issues. Tell me one thing. Now let's say that I tell you to, as I told you, you need to log into the Flipkart application. I said you right. Now let's say the requirement is you need to log in using entering your username, entering your password, right? Now let's say that when you have entered your username is something. Let's say srilata@gmail.com. Example. And the same thing you need to, after writing it, same thing you need to copy it and you need to paste it in your uh, password text field. How will you do that? Any idea?
Uh, we can use these keys keyboards, keyboard events like first we have to enter the username by using send keys method, and then if you copy the text from the username field, the text field, the username, you can use keys dot control C.
Control C, but before controlling C you need to select that, right?
Select the, yeah, you need to select the text, I mean password text field. So
Yeah.
keys dot enter you can use to select the text field of the password.
No, no, no,
So
no,
to
no.
enable the text field.
Just think it from manual point of view. Like how do you, like something is written, how will you select that? First you do control A, right?
Oh yeah, control A.
Yeah, then you do
Yeah.
control C to
C.
copy it.
Yeah, and then to paste it to control L.
Yeah, so that's what I said. You need to control A. Just think from the manual point of view. How do you do that? Control A, then you control
Control A
C,
to select
and
the,
yeah, and then you come to the password field, and then you control V to paste it. Am I
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
I mean, you can perform like that whenever your password and username both are same. I mean, in most of the companies, let's say whenever you know that, right? People will test it in the queue environment, and then finally
Yeah,
it goes to the production.
production.
So whenever you have the same password name and text field, I mean same same value you have or same input you have for the both user and password field. So you need not do it using send keys by sending the same thing in two different elements. You can just do it using control dot A, C, and V. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let's proceed with the next question. I wanted to show you my screen
Hmm.
and wanted to ask you one question. Are you able to see what I have written here?
Yeah.
Uh, any idea if it is a correct statement or a wrong statement?
Yeah, first you have to give the 10 comma time units dot seconds.
Okay, comma. Okay. Yeah, fine, fine. 10 comma. Okay, okay. Is there anything wrong here?
Looks like everything okay.
Okay, okay, okay. That's fine. See, I will tell you
We
something.
have to make like here maybe time unit U is capital like
Time unit.
time unit dot seconds and then semicolon.
Time unit. Oh, you're talking about this?
Yeah, I mean
That's
the end of the line
that's
semicolon.
fine. That's fine. This is the correct statement. Nothing to worry.
Okay.
But see, I'll tell you something. Some people, right, in IT industry, whenever you are able to tell each and every answer is correct, right? I mean, they want you to tell something wrong. So they will ask, they may ask you this kind of questions like,
Okay.
they may manipulate what is correct and they may ask you what is wrong in this just to hear if you're telling something wrong. I mean, that must be correct also. So, I mean, see, this is one of the idea by which people evaluate whether the person has really worked into this or not. See, everything comes with the experience, right? I mean,
Experience.
everything. Today, you know that with I, it always comes am. I mean, I am. I mean, how do you know this? Because you are now old enough to understand this. But if some, I mean, if you expect the same thing to be told by 2 years or 3 years old person, or I mean 2 years baby or 3 years old baby, he will not be able to correct it. Why? Because we have learned it now. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you have played much enough with the implicit weight, right, then you will be able to catch the defect, is what I'm trying to say. When I mean defect, I mean error. So
Yeah.
see, the only thing which is wrong here is if you execute that, this will not work because you know, each and everything what you're writing, it should be in a perfect manner. When I say perfect manner, you know, I mean, in Java, right? There are a lot of things, there are a lot of concepts that the program name that you give should be start with the caps. You remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like this, we have a lot of syntax in Java, right? Similarly, whenever you're writing this, this will not execute because the time unit must be in time, the time out which you have given, it must be time outs. I mean, just told you. I mean,
Oh
this.
yeah, yeah. Time outs dot. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just a silly question which I asked you, but yeah, people can ask you this kind of questions. They can give you the syntax and they may expect you to say the output. That's absolutely fine. Nothing to worry. Whatever you said, if you are telling wrong, also there is nothing wrong in that. Tell me one thing. Have you ever selected the element that you have in the drop down?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me what kind of drop downs are there? There are two kind of drop down. Can you tell me about it?
Um, drop downs that we can see with the select. In the drop down, we can see the select a tag. Most of the drop downs you can see the select tag, and then some of the drop downs there is no select tag available. You can see those are bootstrap drop downs, so there is no select tag available in the drop downs.
Okay.
So those drop downs for the normal drop downs, the multiple options will come below the drop down text. I mean drop down area.
Okay.
So some of
So
the drop downs we can see the options coming above the drop down. Yeah, drop down box.
okay, okay, understood this part. So what you are telling is you have two kind of drop down. One drop down in which you can select the single element, or in you have another drop down in which you can select multiple elements. Is it
Multiple.
what you are telling?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me one thing. Let's say that I am talking about the multiple selection of element in my drop down. Now let's say that I have multiple options in the drop down. Let's say that I'm searching some product in Amazon.com, and when I searched it, it is showing me a lot of options like which brand, like you want Puma brand, you want this brand, you want C brand, you want D brand, and out of 100 brands that I have got it, I am selecting four brands, right? Now let's say that I have selected it. Now I need to deselect that. I need to, whatever I have selected it, out of four, I need to remove two selection and I need to keep only one. How do you do that? Any idea?
For the selecting, you can select by index method, or there are methods available to select the particular value from the dropdown. For the
Yeah,
deselect,
got it. Okay.
yeah, for the deselect item, you can again use the same selection or selected options for the deselect to deselect the value as well. It will deselect.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me the different ways you have by which you can deselect the element?
Um, you can use select by index or select by visible text.
Deselect by index is what you're trying to say?
Yeah, you select by index or
Okay. Okay.
select by visible text or select by value.
Deselect by value is what you're trying to
Yeah,
say?
deselect by value. Yeah, sorry, sorry, deselect by value.
Okay, no issues, no
Yeah.
issues. Yeah, absolutely fine. But one thing you are missing to tell here, I mean, what is a precondition before you perform deselect? Any idea? What is that thing that you need to keep in your mind before you perform with the deselect? Any idea you have?
Make sure that all the element has been deselected. I mean, make sure the element has been selected before we
Uh,
perform the deselect.
okay, okay. Not exactly, but I will tell you what it is. Have you heard about a method called as is multiple?
Yeah, is multiple method.
Any idea about it, what it
To
is?
is multiple method to select all the options available in the drop down.
Not to select, but is multiple method will I mean it will give you an idea that whether this drop down has multiple components or it does not have.
Okay.
So your deselect works only when there are, I mean, in a single drop down you have multiple components to select. So what I'm trying to say here is your deselect works only when your dropdown is having multiple components. So you use is multiple just to make sure that the dropdown has multiple components, and then only deselect will work. In
Uh,
case your dropdown is not having multiple options to select and you're using deselect, then you will get an exception. So
uh,
whenever you're using deselect, you need to make sure that it is multiple method you're using, just to make sure that it has lot of components or it
multiple.
has lot of drop down option which people can select. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Do
Yes.
you agree with me?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I want to understand one thing. Let's start with, I have given the requirement to you to start testing it. I mean, what all things needs to be done before you start your automation testing?
First, I need to make sure that application is stable because we can perform the automation after the application is stable only. And at least after completion, after the one cycle execution of a manual testing, then we can perform the automation script. You can automate the script.
Okay, okay. Tell me one thing now. Let's say that the requirement is given to you and you have done manual testing now and the software is released into the market and there is nothing new software or new build has come up for you to start testing it. And now you have started doing your automation. Is there a chance that in your while doing automation testing now you get some bugs?
Uh, for doing automating the all scenarios, I mean all functionality, yeah, we need to make sure that by adding the new functionality, it doesn't affect to the old functionalities as well.
Now, what I'm asking is, Srilata, let's say that I have given you some feature to test it. Now you have tested, you said me, right? What is the precondition for automation? You said me that we have to do it manually to
Yeah,
understand the requirement
manual.
and to understand the whole concept of what is the
uh,
functionality looks like. You said me, right? Now let's
Yeah.
say that you have done that and now the software is being deployed into the production. And now you are doing automation testing of those functionality which you have already done manual testing, and there is nothing new build. You know build?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is nothing new build which developer has given to you. It's the same build which you tested and it
Okay.
is being deployed into the production. Now I'm telling,
Okay.
now when you are doing automation testing, is there a chance that you get some bugs?
Um, I think we might get chance to get the bugs in even if we have done the manual testing after we have done the manual testing as well when we are automating the script.
Now tell me one thing. Uh, So your manual test cases are same as what you're going to do in the automation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And now in the manual testing, when you did it, you release the software, right?
Yeah.
And you release the software because there was no bugs, high severity was not there,
Okay.
right? Now, when the same thing you're automating it, I'm not getting how you will get the new bugs.
Because we are not sure that it is a 100% bug free, because even the testing is like presence of the defects, right? We may expect there is some defects are present, but we are not give guarantee, but there is no defects available in that. Even we have done the testing.
So, I mean, I guess, I mean, I'm not able to explain what I'm asking. So what I'm saying is you have these many test cases, suppose.
Yeah.
1 to 10. The same thing you did it manually and you got to know that software is behaving perfectly fine. You deployed it into the production. It went into the production. People are now using it. But
Okay.
just because before release you didn't get time to automate it, now the same test cases you're automating it now. How
Yeah,
come defect will come
I
now?
got you know now. Yeah.
Okay.
I got you. Yeah, I got you now. If it is already being using in the production, yeah, that we can happy to do the do the scripting. So I think we don't get any bugs. We
Okay.
don't get
Okay.
any defects.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Now tell me one thing. Now let's say that developer is giving you the new build with some newly features.
Mhm.
So now the one thing is sure that now you will be doing the manual testing for the new feature,
Mhm.
and you will run the automation script for your old feature.
Yeah.
Now tell me whether you will get, is there a chance to get any new bugs or not?
Yeah, there is a chance to get the new bugs.
Okay. Yeah, that's the right answer. Can you tell me why?
Because while adding the new functionality to the old functionality, there may be a chance due to that adding, is there any effect, the old functionalities may get affect by adding the new functionality, maybe any feature that might affect the old functionalities. So we have to make sure while due to that new future, the old functionality shouldn't be affected.
Absolutely fine. Yeah, that's the right answer. Whatever you said is the fine answer. Now, tell me one thing. Let's say that you are working in some healthcare domain, and you agree to me, right, that all the test cases cannot be automated. You agree with me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, let's say that you're working in some healthcare domain and the software is 28 years old. I mean, just a random number which I told you. Let's say that it's a 28 years old application. And now you have gone to that company to join. You are working in the company. And now you got to know that the new feature is being added. And there are 10,000 test cases already there for the previous, from 28 years. People have updated 28,000 test cases. And now the new feature is being added. You don't have much time to go through and test each one of them. How will you proceed your testing?
First, I'll try to understand the new requirement, the requirement of the new feature, because as you said, it's been all 28 years of all. So, what is the reason that adding the new functionality to the already existing functionality? I mean, the application. I'll try to understand the requirement and then prepare the test scenarios and write the test cases for the new functionality, and then get them reviewed by the test lead or all the test cases, and then prepare the testability matrix. Then execute the tests. First, I'll execute the test cases for the new functionality.
Okay.
So yeah, so after that, if I see any defects in the new functionality, so I'll prepare the defect report and everything. So if there is, because here I don't know, but while adding the new functionality whether it is affecting to the old functionality as well. So since there is no time, or since a lot of test cases has been written, so I might ask any my team leader or any senior person like who has been more knowledge on the require, the old functionality. So maybe if there is a possible that I might ask them to conduct any meetings to discuss with the new all functionalities to get and understand, or we can see what are the impacted areas by adding new functionality. So we
Yes.
can only test those ones instead of testing everything, all the 100 test cases.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Your answer is absolutely fine. That's what I was looking for, impacted areas, right? By doing
Yeah,
impact analysis meeting. And
yeah.
do you know who will be the part of this meeting?
Maybe a product manager or business analyst or developers and team. I mean the team lead. Yeah,
Okay. And testers?
or test engineers. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, absolutely fine answer. This is what I was looking for. And this is what many companies are looking for, this kind of answers. Really, I mean, this is one of the great answers you have given. Let's proceed to the next question then. I wanted to know, like what do you know about debugging? Have you ever done that?
Yeah, I have done the debugging.
Yeah, please explain me,
So,
like when do you do that?
the debugging will allow us to know each and every step that what we have written, how exactly it's working. So through debugging that we can easily find the defect and what is the root cause of the defect. I think so. I may say that when you run the code in the debugging mode, we can see what is the exact value that we are getting in that particular line. So where exactly we are stuck in, I mean the defect, where exactly the defect is coming.
Okay, but can you tell me more from manual testing point of view? I understood the automation part. You said me debugging. Can you tell me from manual testing point of view?
um Manual point
Can
of
you
view
do
debug.
debugging in manual testing?
We can do debugging, but it isn't any tool. I mean, how can we, I mean, do you mean to defect cycle or what do you
No,
exactly
debugging. Can you do that you're alone? Like just to find out like where exactly which API is breaking. So you agree to me, right? Whenever something is breaking, there must be some API failure. In most of the
yeah,
cases,
yeah.
how will you know that which API is breaking? Like how can you do debugging here? Any idea?
I
Being a
think
manual
in
tester.
debugging has mostly done by the developers for the
Okay,
manual.
I got what you're telling, but let's not think from the developer point of view. Think from the tester point of view. How they can come to the conclusion that what exactly is breaking. See, I will tell you very frankly today. I mean, this is something which companies will look for in any software tester. But believe me, 99% of the software testers do not know like what is debugging. I mean, they will tell me from the developer point of view. I mean, I'm not asking from developer point of view because this is something which developer will do it. What testers will do it is what I'm looking for. Now, let's
Um,
say I will give you an example. You are clicking on one link. That link is behaving something abnormally. Let's say, what will be your conclusion? What you will do? Will you raise a bug and assign it to the developer directly, or what you will do? Can you tell me about it?
First, I'll try to see like when I clicking the link, it's getting the bug. So I'll first of all I'll understand. I'll see the requirement once again, and also uh, see what are the test cases that we have written, or else is there any is it bug related to the requirement or designing the code, or maybe wrong requirement or wrong code, or maybe wrong implementation? So I I may go that
That
approach.
see that is fine. What you are telling, right? That is absolutely fine. You will definitely do that. That everyone will do. But I will tell you something. Have you heard about application logs?
Yeah, application logs, but I've heard about it, but I'm not that much deep
Okay,
knowledge on that.
okay. See, there is nothing into it. What I'm going to tell you in next 30 seconds, if you know that, you can tell that you know debugging. Nothing rocket science. I'll tell you what it is, and to all the people who will be watching. See, whenever you are getting some defect, right? Now, let's say that you are clicking on something and something abnormal is happening. Let's say that you are on the mobile app, you are pressing on some button, but it is not happening. I mean, it is happening, but it is giving you some different kind of page. In that case, you can open your application logs. What I mean by application log is, so let's say that when you are in some company, let's say that you are working in MKT company. So now MKT will be having two kind of server. I mean, minimum one is the production server where production people will use the application and all the calls will land in the application server. That is production server. And one is QA server. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Like what you will be using in MKT QA environment, will all the requests will go to the QA app server. Now let's say that inside the server, right, you just need to go, you just need to log into the application, you just need to the directory where application logs are present. There will be a directory where logs will be present.
Yeah.
Now logs are nothing but it is human readable language. It will be written like which API is being called and what is the response of that API. In case that API is breaking, what exception I'm getting. So that is called as debugging. So you need to go to the application logs and you need to make your page to go above so that your page is blank now. And now you need to click on that click button so that new logs come up and you get to know what is the issue. And you get to know which API is breaking with what error. And when you get that, you just need to share that code or share that debugging
Screenshot of.
I mean those points to with your developer. That's a real understanding of debugging. I mean this is something which most of the testers don't do it, but it is advisable for them to do it. If they are able to do it, they are saving developers time. You're getting what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
I know that 99% of the testers don't do that. They see, we'll tell you
Yeah.
something. We software testers, right? We are over dependent on the developers. You agree with me, right?
Yeah.
We are over dependent on the developers. We think that developers can only solve our life, but this is not something something real fact. We can also do something in contribution to the
Yeah.
development of the software.
Yeah,
So
to make
this
their
is,
life easy.
yeah, so this is the real meaning of debugging. Hope you got it. Let me ask you one more question. I know you know this, but can you tell me what is the importance of inheritance in Java?
Through inheritance, which is a object-oriented programming concept, through inheritance, we can achieve the multi-level inheritance. We can inherit, for example, there is a class, parent class, and the child class. Through by using extends keyword, we can achieve the inheritance. Um, the child class can inherit the properties from the parent class, and also the parent class cannot inherit the properties from the child class. And also through inheritance, we can achieve the method overloading as well, and we can reduce the length of the code by dividing the classes.
Yeah. I mean, whatever you said is fine, but yeah, absolutely fine. So I mean, you can say this in one word, that is, you avoid duplication of code. If one time it is written, you can copy the same code. Just, I mean, not copy the code, but just with the help of
Same.
inheritance, you utilize that code. Is the
Yeah.
one word answer for importance of inheritance. That's absolutely fine. Tell me one last question that I have for you is, are you getting late? Shall I ask you?
No, you can go ahead, no
Okay,
problem.
but what's the time there in New Zealand now? I'm not sure about that.
It's around 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock night?
Yeah, 9 p.m.
Okay, it's 1:30 p.m. here. That's fine. I got
I
it.
have no problem to continue for another 10 minutes to ask more questions, please.
Definitely. No, I really thought that I thought that you guys are 11 or 12 hours above us. So I thought it's gonna be 1 o'clock night for you. I thought like that.
Yeah, it's 8 hours difference from
8 hour
there to
difference. You
here.
guys are 8 hours ahead of us. Okay.
Yeah.
So now let's say that I will tell you something. Now you know that to create a sprint, in sprint, you take the task from your product backlog, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
have an idea about it, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's say that you are creating a new sprint now, and you don't have anything to be taken up from your product backlog. Your product backlog is over. In that case, what your Scrum Master will do? Any idea?
Uh, you mean to create the to select the user stories for the second sprint, and there is no user stories available in the product backlog, right?
There is no task or something is present in your product backlog. Yeah, absolutely fine.
Okay, in that case, the product owner can able to see the requirement once again, and also see that he has covered all the user stories as per the requirement
Now
or
let's say
not.
that requirement is not there. That's the reason product backlog is empty.
Okay.
So what do you think that what developers and tester will be doing? Will be they free?
No, they can try to maybe try to see the older, I mean the user story, I mean older user stories, or like um, maybe any already developer code. Think so.
Okay. Have you heard about bug bucket?
Bug bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah, bug bucket, where all the defects are present in that bug bucket.
In an open state, right? Not the fixed one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, open. Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's say that I will just take your another 10 seconds to explain this. Now let's say that whenever you test some build, right, you will be raising let's say 10 bugs. Now definitely you will be raising 5 P0 priority bugs, 3 P1 priority bugs, and 2 P2 priority bugs, right? But it is
Yeah.
not definitely possible to be fixed by the developer on all 10 bugs. He will fix what is priority for him, for the company, right? He will fix the P0s or P1. Now, if you see over a period of time, over a period of 6 months of time, you will be having a lot of bugs now which are not at all fixed now, right? Those P2s and P1, now those will go inside your big bucket, bug bucket, right? Now, whenever you don't have any task to be picked up in your current sprint from your product backlog, your Scrum Master will take the task from the bug bucket and keep those in your current sprint. And that the same thing will be assigned to the developer. Developer will fix it again. You will do retesting. If it is really fixed, you will close mark as QA complete. If it is not, then you will reopen it. So this is how absolutely whatever you had said me was the fine answer.
Yeah.
Srilata, frankly telling, I know that you know most of the things. Here I'm closing my interview. I'm just giving my feedback to you. So I got to know that you know most of the things, frankly speaking, frankly. I mean, I know that when I asked you that question, right? What will happen if you perform some action on the element which is not enabled, which is disabled?
Yeah.
No. I mean, this will come with a lot of practice. I mean, frankly speaking, I know that even the person who has 10 years of experience today in automation, I will write it and give it to you that even he don't know this exception, which I had just sent it to you. The reason because we don't get familiar much with these exceptions, right?
Yeah.
You be familiar with those exceptions when you practice that. And once you try to Google out all the exceptions that are present in your Selenium, right? But it is highly impossible to get each one of them. But I am just telling you, I got this idea because yesterday when I was working, I got that exception. So I asked you, that came to my mind. So that's the reason I'm telling. I mean, that was totally okay. I know that you answered me. Frankly speaking, you answered me 100% of the questions. You could not answer me only those questions which were a little tricky, and that's something which I can understand. That's fine. The only thing which I felt was negative was, when I say negative, was it's not good from your side, was that thing, shading a screen and system.out.
Yeah.
So
Because
that
I
is
was
not
not
working.
expecting, I was not ready for that question. Yeah.
Got it. So this
Otherwise,
is
I
what
would have made my Eclipse ready for that.
I got it. I got it. I mean, I know that that happens. I mean, that's the only suggestion from my side to you in case you're attending any future interviews. Be ready with your Eclipse. Be ready with your one class. If you're attending Flipkart interview, just create a class of flipkart.com. Tell them that you are mentally prepared for that. They will also feel good about it. And then be ready with your those 3 steps of launching your browser, because most of the people, 99% of the people do mistake in that step. You must be agreeing with me, right? So I mean, that's the only thing, suggestion from my side. Otherwise, I know that you know everything. I could feel that because you spoke about impact analysis meeting. Most of the people don't say me that, so that was good. And you told me about deselecting the element. That was good. I asked you one tricky question about how do you click something without click method. That was a little tricky. I mean, keys control
Yeah.
dot enter is something which is tricky, but yeah, we need to know the different perspective of approaching a single step, right?
Yeah.
I
Of course.
mean,
Yeah.
how to reach New Zealand. I mean, you can go by aeroplane, but
Yeah.
you can also go by, you know what I mean?
Mm.
So that's what I mean. There is different approach to solve a single problem. So uh, you can be mentally prepared for these kind of questions.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
How you felt
Thank
about
you
the
so much.
interview? I mean, you have any suggestions?
Um, I would say the way of your explaining during the interview was you're giving very confident to the I mean the candidate as well. So
Okay.
I would say that it's very appreciated for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I motivate you enough to perform well in your upcoming interviews?
Yeah, of course, because this is my first interview for the testing. Because I
Okay.
haven't gone through any, I haven't started my searching the jobs in New Zealand for the testing field.
Okay.
So I hope this interview would help me for the next my future. Yeah. So
Mm,
as
yeah.
you said, whatever so far from now, so I'll just keep in my mind and then I'll follow those key
Uh,
points.
definitely. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
and
sure.
then I would,
Yeah.
yeah, I would request you to send any resume that so
Mhm.
that I can prepare my resume in such a way.
Yeah, yeah. See, the single point that I want to tell is always mention at the top, like how many years of experience you have, like so that
Okay.
nobody has to search in your resume that, oh my God, how many experience she have. Like, I'm not telling at the top where before your name. I'm not telling that.
Yeah.
After
I
your name,
understand.
you write right like work
Yeah, I got
experience
you.
or
I got
summary.
you.
There, your first point you mention 5.6, 7.1, 1.2 year of
Yeah,
experience
yeah,
into software testing and 5 year experience into some other something like that,
yeah,
which will make someone believe that okay, this is the scenario now. Now, by seeing your resume, I could not understand that how many experience she have because it is
yeah.
nowhere written. So yeah, that's just something that you can improve it. And there are little bit of mistake which I will tell you on your. I mean, after the session, I will tell you on mail, so you can correct them.
Okay,
You can
okay.
also, I will also send you one sample resume. You correct your resume. You can send back your resume back to me. I will review it. I will give you thumbs up. You can proceed. If not, I will give you some
Thank you so
review
much.
comments. You can make it proper. Nothing to worry.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Shrilata. I'm sure.
Thank you so much for your timing and also for your patience.
Thank you, Shrilata. Thank you so much. I wish you a
Yeah.
very good health and very good and amazing future career. Thank you so much. Have a good life. Bye
Thank you
bye.
so much. Bye bye. See you.